Hello, my divinities. Welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and prepare our little area here for today's collectives. So I've already done all the other zodiac signs. Today we're going to focus on Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So let's go straight in. Let's tap in. What is the energy for Capricorn? The brat. Okay. That came up for Scorpio too. The energy for Taurus. Summer dragon. And the energy for Virgo. Forget me not. Okay. So let's start by reading the brat, number 52. Okay, so the key word is spoiled. If this card came up for you, ask yourself, am I just a tiny bit spoiled? Do you tend to put your desires above those of others? Do you neglect the feelings of others or treat them rudely? Do you stomp your feet and slam doors and yell loudly to get your way? Is your mind focused on accumulating material goods? Do you respect others? Do you respect yourself? Look deep into your character and see what it is that you can change about yourself. The brat is never really happy, no matter how much she has or how often she gets her way. True happiness comes from loving and respecting yourself. This then allows you to love and respect others. Happiness does not come from material objects, although there is nothing wrong with acquiring and enjoying them. It's okay to have them, but do not place them above all else. We are meant to use our power to enhance our lives in ways that demonstrate spirit's abundance. This comes from a place of balance. Happiness has to come from within. Open up to it and allow it to blossom within you. It's not too late. Be gentle with yourself and with others. Be patient. Grow up and embrace a divinely guided adulthood. The brat is just a bit misguided. Show her the path and she will follow it. Inside every brat is a wondrous, vibrant being. Okay. So I don't know. Let's see, Capricorn. Tell me about the brat for Capricorn. Tell me about the brat energy for Capricorn. Okay, we start with the Two of Summer. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. Okay. For Capricorn. What's the energy for Capricorn? Six of Winter. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times. Traveling or relocating. Four of Autumn. Manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help out those who are less fortunate. Okay. We got the Five of Summer first. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. And then the Magician. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. And last but not least, oh, okay, yours is going to be really long. We got 8 cards for you. We got Five of Autumn. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. Then we've got the Star. Look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. And Queen of Winter. Strong, patient, self-sufficient, funny. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. Unmarried or divorced individuals. Okay. And then overall energy, we've got the Princess of Spring, optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Ooh, followed by the Tower. And the Four of Wands, Justice, Five of Winter, Ace of Autumn. This feels okay. So for some of you, this has to do with like somebody just up and leaving their job, telling everybody to fuck off. Something with a contract. Now, for others, this could be like maybe you finish paying off your house and you're just like, finally, you can tell the bank to fuck off. There's something here about you're finally cutting free from a situation that you were just sick and tired of. So it's either a company, a boss, a family. Well, I don't think it's family because justice card is here. Unless maybe you had hired family to work for you and you feel like they're just shitty and something changed that now you can tell them to leave. But this is realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. So it was something that you were really into at some point, and now you're like so sick and tired of it. And you're moving towards, but see, I keep going back to career because this is a happy change in your career. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is a job. Like you're doing this at work. Maybe you've always wanted to be an entrepreneur and you just never really trusted yourself to do so. And now you are trusting yourself. For others of you, this is, we'll see. Because, there's so many ways that this could develop for each person. But I see you being very excited. Overall, you're really excited. Well, there's a mix here because we also have the 5 of summer. Oh. Okay. 5 of summer, because here it says, remove yourself from the negative emotions of others. So you might have been around whoever it is that you're sick and tired of. They might be somebody who's like Eeyore. And I'm not trying to, make fun of depression, but this might be somebody who's like constantly, this is Scorpio Mars energy. So it's like they obsess over the worst shit possible. They focus on their fears, on their worries. They don't trust anything. They don't trust themselves. They don't trust life. They don't trust their guides. So everything gives them possibly a lot of anxiety, they're always in regret. They're always in sorrow. And it's like you're just moving away from this person. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of you. Now, at some point, this union was something you wanted. So it's either you really wanted to work for this person or you really wanted to work for this company. And maybe it's like the atmosphere of the company is like always really, really low. Because I've mentioned that before, right? When I'm talking about low vibrations, I'm not saying to go around telling people, oh my God, you're low vibrational. That's not what I mean. I mean that, when someone is stuck in depression or they're in a space where, maybe their pattern of mental thought is usually everything they do later on, they feel shame for it or they feel guilt for it or they're, worried about it or they're fearful that they stay in a low vibration. They can't be being optimistic and joyful is very difficult for them. And so it's not that, we're judging people like that. It's that I think that you've been around somebody like this for a long time and it's drained you. And so you're so excited to like, let it go. That's the energy I'm feeling here. Like you're already like, yeah, I can already feel positive changes, relief. You may be literally moving away from this situation. Like, if this was family, maybe the only way you could literally get away from them is by telling them you're moving to a whole other place. Now, this could also represent forgiveness. So if at some point you felt like you were full of guilt if you did walk away, now you're just like, I forgive myself. They will forgive me. I forgive them. There's no hard feelings. I just want to let go. However, we do have 7 of Cups. So I'm not sure if this means that when you went into the situation, you were full of illusions or you were driven by illusions, like you weren't really seeing things clearly, or that's where you're at right now. I don't know. Because I will say that when we come across people that have heavy energy like this, that means that we resonate with that on some level. So maybe you're not full of sorrow, but maybe you're the type of person that likes saving other people. And even if you may not be the person that is, full of fear and worries, it means that you might be well, you are full of fear, but in a different way. You're full of fear of being abandoned. So you tend to choose people who are more vulnerable and constantly need help, constantly need reassurance. So that could be a different way that you went down this route. Now, I'm only saying that because also it says help out those who are less fortunate, and that's connected to this whole situation. So again, you might have chosen somebody who just really needed you in some way, either financially, emotionally. Oh, and see, we also have the Seven of Swords. So there was also some lies here. Now, deception is here, but it can show up in multiple ways because remember, Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. So either you were deceiving yourself or you feel like you were deceived. Either way, you're cutting it loose. You're letting it go. You're trusting. If at some point you match this person, and I think that you might have matched them on multiple levels, I feel like you have grown, but maybe this other person or this other environment has not. And so you're letting go because now you're in the place where you're starting to want to take charge of your life. You're starting to trust that you have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you need. With the Five of Autumn, this could also be coming because, whoever this Queen of Winter is, this might be someone who's inspiring you. Or this is you. Because remember, we're a collective. This is a collective. So this is a spectrum. For some of you, this is you. You've been really strong. You've been very patient. You are somebody who's self-sufficient. You're funny. And so maybe you thought, I could bring common sense, to this situation. I can help. But remember, there's a lot of self-deception here. You were not seeing things clearly. And as this sounds a little opportunistic, but I don't think it is. I think that you're just growing because this is about letting go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. So if this is, let's say that you just walked away from a family business. Let's put it that way. You might have just walked away from a family business, even if there was a contract, even if whatever. You don't want to be around this environment anymore. So you're cutting it loose and you're focusing on yourself. But you're gaining a lot of faith. Both of these cards, the Magician and the Star, and they're both major arcanas, right? So this is a journey you're on right now. This may be something you just started, but it might take you, it varies. For some of you, it'll take you 3 months. For others, 6. For others, 9 months. For others, a whole year. But the point is, this is the point of your journey you're at. You're focusing on taking charge of your life, trusting that you can do anything, trusting in yourself that you can manifest what you need to be a success, looking to the future with hope, optimism, having the power of faith to move mountains, and that itself will bring happy changes that bring relief. And relief showed up at least 2 times that I can remember. It showed up here and it showed up here. So you're definitely very, very lighthearted now. This could definitely be somebody getting a divorce as well. Whatever contract, and you know what else it could be? It could be you living in a house that maybe, okay, so something people forget is that location has energy as well. And the number of your house will have a certain signature to it. Numerology matters here, right? And so if you're in a place that doesn't match your energetic level, it's going to feel very heavy for you. So you might have also literally moving because now you're going to move to a better house, to a better location. Let's see. Tell me about the Princess. I'm only going to clarify with one because there's a lot and I don't want to be here all day. Clarify Princess of Spring. Or not. See, I'm over here saying 1 and 3 fall out. Okay. So we've got the 6 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, King of Wands. God damn, Cap. Okay. Overall, wow. Wow. Queen of Wands. Okay. So this could have definitely been, I'm telling you, this was a union of some sort. I don't want to harp on divorce because I don't want to like freak everybody who's married out and be like, oh my God, I'm going to get divorced. Because not everybody will. If your relationship is fine, if your marriage is fine, and you know this is not your message, don't take it as your message. This is for those who are sick and tired of being sick and tired and are ready. Because this is somebody who's ready. They're doing it. They're walking away. They're letting go. Because the 10 of Wands, like this has been a lot of pressure. So I don't know if the Queen is the one walking away because we have the Tower here, or if the Tower is there because the Queen is shocked that the King is walking away. Either way, one of them. One of the two, King and Queen of Wands, one of them is walking away. But it's because they want to go after their dreams. They want to expand their horizons. They want to be enthusiastic, optimistic, like they want to be on a higher frequency. Whichever one is leaving, they want to reach their dreams. That's just what they want to do. And at one point, they felt that this was it. And now they're like, nope, that ain't it. Clarify 2 of Summer. Fine, I guess let's do 3. Capricorn is gonna be here. Let's see. Oh. Clarify 2 of Summer. The Moon, the Queen of Pentacles. Clarify 2 of Summer. The 10 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords again. The Empress, the Fool, the Tower. Okay, so the fact that we got the Empress here right after, this might have been a situation where if this was an employer, this is somebody who is really well off, or at least that's the impression they gave. They came off as somebody, the thing is that the mysteriousness here also means that you didn't really get to know this person. And in this image, they're wearing a mask. So whoever it is that you came together with, you did not know them well. You thought you did. Maybe you thought you did, but you didn't. You just saw them as someone who's very creative. You saw them like this was an illusion. That's why the 5 and the 2 of Cups is here. Because you got close to someone who was like an illusion. And at some point their mask came off. Now, 10 of Pentacles is here. I don't know if this was fake or not. It might not have been. Maybe you came together with this person because they did come across very stable financially. But maybe they're very unstable in every other aspect of the word. Let's see. I don't want to dwell too much. I mean, that's all the information I got anyways. Clarify 6 of Winter. Clarify the 6 of Winter. Five of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that 10 of Pentacles, I don't think that was real. Yeah, I don't think that was real. Whoever presented themselves as the Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, that was bullshit. Because this is the feminine and they're showing up with the 5 of Pentacles. So I may be talking to like a masculine Cap. And remember, that's not about gender because feminine could also be a male, but in a very feminine energy. But the feminine is the one that showed up with the mask. The feminine is the one that showed up with the moon, okay? So with the 5 of Pentacles, they're not as well off as they portrayed themselves to be. And I think that was part of the illusion. That was part of the deception. And so you realized, OMG. But by then, it might have been too late. You might have already signed the contract. You might have, if this is a relationship, you might have already fallen in love. But this person was, I'm telling you, I felt that with the Five of Cups. I was like, this is someone who has high anxiety. And here we go. Nine of Swords, high anxiety. Very, very, very much, this is someone who's constantly in the what if. What if this? What if that? What if? Like, they do not live in the present. They live in the future and they live in the past. Because Five of Summer is a lot of depression, but that's, obsessing over the past. And then Nine of Swords is a lot of anxiety, and that's obsessing over the future. So this is somebody who's never present here now. That's interesting because I just had a conversation about that with one of my clients last night. Now, we've got the Hanged Man here. This feels like the masculine almost felt... Here's the thing. I'm not going to try and scold you, Capricorn, because I'm sure you've already scolded yourself plenty. But you're also putting yourself almost like in victim mentality, like, oh my God, they did me wrong. But we clearly see that you did not get to know this person well. Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords, and then the Moon. Nothing here indicates that there was a strong level of intimacy. You, regardless of what this was, you went off of what the superficial appearance was. And this is a lesson for you, I think, to next time that you come across something that just looks really good, ask the right questions. So if it's okay, I'm going to give you an example. I had a person that I was very close to at one point, and this is somebody who has strong Capricorn energy. And there's a person that wanted to hire them. So the person I was close to, this is someone who's very professional. They have a lot of skills, obviously, Capricorn energy, right? And the person that wanted to hire them was someone who had just built their own business, but they were always talking about how they would make 6 figures a year and this and that. And the Capricorn person went to work with them. And when they went to work with them, they realized that that was all bullshit. They had at some point hit 6 figures a year, but that had since dwindled. And this person was like living off of the fumes of those 6 figures. And so they struggled to pay the Capricorn person. They were also micromanaging the Capricorn. It was like terrible. It was horrible. They used to be friends, and they ended up on really, really bad terms because the Capricorn person found out what a bullshitter that person was. So that could be what's happening here, Regardless, this is a good lesson for you, Capricorn, to not just trust people, that say, this is what I've got. Like, get to know someone well before you get involved with this type of situation again. Clarify Four of Autumn, which is like the Four of Pentacles. Clarify the Four of Autumn. Oof, Five of Swords, damn. Seven of Wands. Nine of, yeah, I told you. Two of Wands. And I don't want to sit here just going on and on of, I told you. Okay, that's not what I'm here to do. Because with the Two of Wands, I do see you very determined to get out of this situation. You want to pursue your happiness. You want to pursue stability again. And I think that you're going to have to correct a lot of habits that you may have had. Because remember when I said that on some level, you were still compatible with this person. And it's either one, because you were... On one hand, I think it's because you needed to learn what true intimacy is, what true authenticity is. Number two, I think it's because your boundaries were pretty low. And this is a good way for you to learn boundaries. And three, because again, this is a collective. For some of you, it's the first one. For some of you, it's the second one. And for some of you, it's the third one. You may have been the type of person that also liked to create illusions about who you are. Maybe you weren't very good at letting people close to you. And so you came across someone who was like you, And it was easy because both of you were the same. And you're realizing how hurtful it is to find out later that that's not really who this person is. Because at the Five of Swords, both of you feel hurt. Both you and this other person feel hurt. So nobody won. Nobody came out feeling the victorious person, right? This was a lose-lose situation. So it kind of feels like you both deceived each other. You both had like a mask on. And you both maybe needed to learn boundaries. But this felt like a very quick, so let's say this is a friendship, right? And I've done this before, I swear. In relationships, I've done this too. I'm not judging you, I promise. If this was whatever type of connection this was the type of connection where you meet this person and it just, oh my God, I love hanging out with them. I want to spend more time with them. And then y'all are, attached at the hip. Everywhere one goes, the other one's there. But it was never really real. You never, like, this is someone who, okay, so let's say that y'all went to art expos together. Let's say y'all went to have coffee together. Y'all went to have drinks together. Y'all went to have dinner together. But none of the conversations y'all had ever centered around each other's life. Or if it did, y'all chose to express the parts that was the most exciting about each other's life, the part that was the most, attractive. Y'all would never talk about maybe how you would struggle with bills, or neither one of you would talk about your struggles with mental health, or maybe your issues with your family. Like, y'all would never go deep. Y'all would never, it was up to a certain level and then it would stop because that was very pleasant. That felt good. And without realizing it, y'all did it to each other because both of you were on, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to blame you or I'm not trying to blame them. It's about frequency, right? I've been here too. I've done this too. I promise you, I've done this too. It's like a human defense mechanism that we have where we try to come across, like, especially when we're insecure about our life, we try to come across a little better than we actually are because we don't want people to reject us. And this is about learning, well, if we're not very confident about our lives, like if we don't feel really good about how we're living, then fix that instead of creating an illusion or wearing a mask about who we are. Clarify Five of Summer. Clarify Five of Summer. Nine of Cups. And the Hermit. The Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. Yeah. So, with the Four of Pentacles here, I really feel like, especially when it came to finances, maybe you and this person both were very tight-lipped about maybe how much money you made. And you might have interpreted that as, oh, this person's hiding that because they must make a lot of money. And they might have interpreted the same thing about you, when in reality, they just didn't want to talk about it because maybe they were up the ass with debt or they had like a lot of expenses. And so it turned into, let's not talk about that because, you didn't want to make them uncomfortable. They didn't want to make you uncomfortable. But when somebody is well off, when somebody's doing quite well financially, that's not a subject that's going to make them uncomfortable. What I mean by that is, and I've recommended this before, this is the book, The 8 Dates. That's not just a book that's for dating. That's actually a good book for like friendship because it helps you understand. I'm not saying you have to go around like making people read this and do it with you and friends. But it's good to have those themes in mind because the questions that book asks, like when it comes to finances, it's not telling you to go ask that person how much they make. It's about understanding their mentality around money. Like, is this somebody who is more concerned with wearing a brand name than with wearing quality? Is this somebody who's more concerned with keeping up with the Joneses than they are with saving, with investing? That's what the type of question it gets you to know someone. So it's not about asking them, let me see your bank account, because that honestly can tell you nothing. Somebody could be making a lot of money and spending that same amount of money. But I feel like whoever you're with, I'm telling you, this is somebody who has a very victim mentality. But here's the gist of it. And this might be why you're here, Cap, is that you may have looked at this person like they are the problem. And the universe is telling you, you matched with this person though. We need you to pay attention to the fact that on some level, you're on the same frequency as this person. So if they're let's say that it's not, let's say you're very optimistic, right? And so it's not about you feeling like you're not depressed, but if this is a boss who is always talking about how clients do them wrong, customers do them wrong, nobody pays their bills, blah, 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 then maybe you matched with this person because you're an over giver. You're a people pleaser. On some level, you matched with this person. For others of you, maybe you're not as optimistic as you think you are. So there's something here that you need to examine why you were able to match with this person, why it came together so seamlessly at some point. Because Nine of Cups also says this is like I feel like this was a connection that was like a seesaw. It went from being very if this was someone you worked with, it could have been that at work there was a lot of complaining, a lot of victim mentality, but then after work there was like, let's go drink, let's go smoke, let's go, get some something to escape. It was like either 5 of Cups or 9 of Cups. So it was either let's do this and cry and be full of sorrow and regret, or let's do this to escape that feeling. So again, why did you match with that though? Now with the Hermit here, I love that the Hermit is here, because I do feel like if you are here listening to this right now, it's because you are asking yourself the right questions. You are examining yourself. You are in this energy of, why did I stay? Why did I take that? Why did I tolerate this? Why did I match with this? So that's good. That's good. I love that, Capricorn, because that's how you grow. Tell me about the Magician. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about the Magician. Nine of Wands. The Emperor. Ooh, the Tower. Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Lovers. Okay, so if this was a job, I feel like you realized at some point that you needed to get away from this. And because you did start examining yourself, or this is in the future, maybe you're barely getting around to getting sick and tired of getting sick and tired. I don't know. That's up to you. This could just be confirmation. Only you know. But at some point, you're going to get tired. And you're getting to the point where you start saying, if I want to escape this career, or I want to walk away from this job, if I want to get away from this, what's the word? Landlord, I have to be in a better frequency. I have to be in a better energy. And somehow that realization comes through. So when that realization comes through and you put yourself in this energy of, I can do anything, I can take charge of my life, I can manifest whatever I need, you do. You bring in the right opportunity for you. And with the Nine of Wands, I think that this is going to take you some time. I don't think that this is going to happen automatically. Or if this already happened, it did not happen automatically. The Emperor is here because you had to really step into that willful, strong stamina energy. because Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. One second. Excuse me. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. So it's that energy of, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And you might have tried 9 times. You might have failed 9 times. And you're just like, I'm going to keep going. And that is how you get the opportunity. Because you didn't stop. You kept going, you kept going, you kept pushing yourself, and things are shifting. Or they will. Clarify 5 of Autumn. Four of Wands, clarify 5 of Autumn. 4 of Cups, clarify 5 of Autumn. And the Star. Okay. The Sun. I feel like whoever, I mentioned this before, I feel like this Queen of Winter could be someone else. And this is kind of confirming it for me. Because the unknown, yeah. Being in the Magician energy, it was like you didn't know how to do that. You wanted to, but you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to be independent. You didn't know. So there might have been some codependency issues you were struggling with. You did not know the 7 of Pentacles energy, how to build something from the ground up so that you could, share its fruits. But there's somebody around you, and this could be, I've mentioned this before, this is a spectrum. For some of you, you could have come across a podcast, a book, a TikToker even, someone on Instagram. This is something where you came across someone who inspired you. They feel, not only do we have the Sun, we have the Star. So not only did this person come across with a lot of knowledge, but they came across very patient, funny, but they taught you to let go of things that do not serve you. Focus on yourself. But there's also like this warmth and a lot of transformational energy. And I'm saying that it was someone else because it's reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. So anytime you wanted to leave, I think that you kept hitting a dead end. And if you asked for assistance, if you asked your guides for help, they guided you towards someone that could give you answers, that could give you inspiration. So with the 4 of Wands, whenever you came across this person is a pivotal point in your life. This is as big a moment as when you graduated school. It's going to be as big of a moment as when you moved into your first apartment out of your house. It's that big of a moment for you. Because with the 4 of Cups, it's like there was a lot of things that you weren't really looking at. You didn't really understand what you were doing wrong. And you needed, and that's okay, because we all need that, right? At some point in our journey, we need outside guidance because maybe we're so confused and so tangled inside of ourselves that it takes time before we can get to the point where we trust ourselves. So right now, you are learning from someone else, but it was a very, there's someone who's very inspirational. Like this could be somebody like Brene Brown, that type of energy. Or like Tony Robbins. It's like some inspirational person like that. Clarify the Star. Clarify the Star. Three of Swords, damn. Knight of Swords, clarify the Star. Strength. The Page of Cups, the World, the High Priestess, Page of Swords. So, whoever this Queen of Winter, Star, Sun person is, this is someone who got you in touch with your inner child. Look at all these butterflies. Like this is someone who's helping you tap into your intuition, helping you tap into your magical self. Because not only do we have the magician came out again, we have the high priestess now. So you're really, really tapping into areas of yourself that have always been there. It was like you just needed someone else to shine a light on it, but it was always there. You might have also realized, and you guys know how I feel about this card. Yes, it's 3 swords and a heart, but the heart is outside of her body. It's not inside of her body. So you're realizing that a lot of your pain, a lot of your wounds that you've been dealing with are self-inflicted. But because, they come from patterns that you may have learned in childhood. So you're asking the right questions. Knight of Swords is someone who is a truth seeker, even when that truth hurts, even when that truth is not pleasant. You've been willing to go within, because that takes a lot of strength. That's why a lot of people don't want to be self-aware, because asking ourselves those questions is difficult. It's difficult to hold ourselves accountable. It's not easy. Not everybody wants to do it. And the fact that you're doing it, it's not only healing you, right? It's not only getting you in touch with your inner child and your shadow and your power, your creativity, your confidence, all these things, but it's also helping you look to the future with hope and optimism. It's helping you gain faith. It's helping you know that you're going to get through any challenging time, that you have the power of alchemy within you. Now let's look at this Queen of Winter. Tell me about this Queen of Winter. Temperance, the Knight of Cups. Tell me about the Queen of Winter. Seven of Pentacles. With the Eight of Cups, the Devil, the Fool, Death card. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that this Queen of Winter has taught you about walking away from things that do not serve you. Because this is air energy, right? Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And there's something that air signs are professionals at, is walking away, letting go of things. And so if there was things that you were really stuck on, like obsessed with, you were taught, or I don't know if you're already there where you already understand that you have to walk away from it, because this is a major arcana. This could be a challenge you're faced with, and maybe you just now acknowledge that this is an issue and that you need to work on freeing yourself. You need to work on releasing, healing, changing. Either you're working on that right now, or this is what you realized and you already did it. But there is... From this Queen of Swords, we got strong, patient, right? And temperance. This is definitely somebody who is very strong, but they are very patient. And it's because, it's not that they're better than other people, because all these butterflies is because they've transformed. So it's not about someone who feels superior. It's about someone who can help you walk alongside them, because they've been through a lot. They know that you've been through a lot. They're trying to guide you out of that darkness. And with the Knight of Cups, I do think you definitely respect this person. You have them on a little bit of a pedestal, but because you can tell that the fruits that they are sharing with others comes from a lot of hard work, a lot of personal development, a lot of investment in themselves. And now they can pass that on to others, right? So that's fantastic. And honestly, for some of you, you are the Queen of Swords, and maybe this is someone else you've been dealing with. So only you know how this applies to you personally. But remember, if this is you and you might feel like you were being a brat, or you were dealing with someone who was a brat, what did it say? Inside of every brat is a wondrous, vibrant person, right? So either you are taming the inner brat, or you're helping someone else do that for themselves, okay? So that's what I got for you. Hopefully that gave you whatever confirmation, clarity, or guidance you needed. As usual, I look forward to feedback, or if you want to contribute, just drop the emojis that are in the title down below in the comments, and that lets me know you appreciate my time and energy. So love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.